Arsenal do not need to panic. Now is not the time for that. Since Arsenal lost 2-0 to Bournemouth yesterday, there's been a lot of reaction amongst the fan base. Usually I do a bit of a script for these kind of videos, but I think I'm just going to speak my mind and try and collect my thoughts as best as possible. So I apologise in advance if I'm not able to do that efficiently. But I think I'd like to start with first the lineup from Arteta, which in my opinion was really poor. I understand that there's obviously a lot of injuries with uh, Timber, Odegaard, and Saka. Two of our most creative players. However, as soon as I saw that midfield, I knew for a fact that we were going to be in a lot of trouble. We started with three players who, a lot of the time, play as defensive midfielders. Three DMs in midfield, it does not work. Marino, I think he has the potential to be a great box to box midfielder, but he's not a number 10. He can't play as a number 10, so that was such a stupid mistake. Obviously, Declan Rice. I thought Declan Rice had a really great game yesterday, actually. And Partey's a 6. Um, Fine with that, really, but I just don't think, as a midfielder trio, those three do not work, and it was a terrible decision. On top of that, I think in these kind of games, Arteta is he's a little bit naive. I think he has to learn that the same lineup for every single game does not work. Starting four centre backs every single game will not work. Sometimes we have to play a little more expansive than that. And I think Calafiori has been great. Ben White's been great. And obviously, the two centre backs are usually very great. But four centre backs against Bournemouth, it's not going to work. We need to open them up a bit more. We need traditional fullbacks, or we need someone to invert properly. Because I've not been seeing that this season. Zinchenko gets a lot of slack from a lot of people, but for what he does well, he does it really well. And that inverting role, he does it brilliantly. So yeah, the lineup there wasn't great. And obviously, then there's the red card. Firstly, it's a terrible pass by Trossard. I have no idea what he's thinking. That pass there is what lost Arsenal the game. It was absolutely dreadful. Again, like I said, no idea what he's thinking. But then the ball goes over the top. Evan Nilsson's running. Saliba's trying to play catch up, and he pulls him down. It's a red card. It is. At the end of the day, it was naive from Saliba. Obviously, it's a split second decision, but these are the kind of mistakes that we need to be cutting out because we really shot ourselves in the foot yesterday, and Saliba was a big part of that. It's fine if they go on and score because at least then we have 11 men. Because if we go down to 10 men, it's over. We can't get back in the game. No matter how good this side is, for some reason, we go down to 10 men and we have nothing. We just go flat. I understand it's obviously a numerical disadvantage, but we can play better than that. We really can. And I'm not seeing it enough. And I think that's a massive reason as to why we lost. I feel like when we do play as 10 men, obviously we have to defend a lot more because of the numerical disadvantage, but we have to be playing better than that. And I think there was a chance for Martinelli to score when it was still 0-0, and he completely messed it up. He sent it straight down the middle of Kepa, so he makes a save. It's a pretty good save, but again, it was right down his throat. So yeah, poor by Martinelli, but we have to do better. But even then, now is not the time to panic. Yes, it's our first defeat and we've drawn two other games, but we're still in the title race. I think it obviously hurts our chances, but there's still a lot of time left to go, and I think we can still get back in it fairly easily because we're only 3 points behind Man City right now, so we can still make it up. There's a lot of games to go, and the boys just need a lot of support now. As I said, now is not the time to panic. And got a big game on Wednesday or Tuesday, I can't remember now, but against Shakhtar at home in the Champions League. I think we need to be going deep in the Champions League this season. If we don't win the Premier League, we have to go all out in the Champions League. And to be honest, I'd rather win the Champions League over the Premier League as of right now. But yeah, now's not the time to panic. We have to stay positive, keep a positive mindset because there's still a long way to go yet, and it's still a very long season. And of course, there's the other cups as well. Yeah, we're going to miss Saliba against Liverpool at home and then Newcastle away, which will also be a very tough game. But we can cope. We've got the centre backs. Maybe we've got too many centre backs. That might be the problem. But yes, Now is not the time to panic. We've still got this long season to go.